Liverpool, top of the league, Liverpool, top of the league. What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Burnley Liverpool post-match analysis video. And I will also analyze all the weekend Premier League games so far. So Liverpool ran out 3-0 winners against a Burnley side who have been really good so far. They almost got a point away at Arsenal, and Burnley are a very tough team. And this is, I think, the first time in like 6 or 7 games where Liverpool actually have kept a clean sheet against Burnley. And also, what did you make of Sadio Mane absolutely losing his mind on the bench when he got substituted? The main reason being that Mohamed Salah had like two opportunities to clearly pass to Firmino or Mane, who would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but Salah instead shot, which was easily saved by the goalkeeper. So in my opinion, Mane has every right to be furious with Salah, but I think it has been blown way out of proportion. You know, some people even saying that Mane might hand in a transfer request, which is absolute nonsense in my opinion. And yes, Salah maybe is a little bit selfish, but all attackers, all strikers are selfish, Mane included as well. And Salah has actually the most assists, I think, out of the attackers since he is at Liverpool, so he is contributing to a lot. And I wouldn't really blame Salah too much in this instance. Yes, he needs to maybe find the passing a little bit more often. And Salah was actually very unlucky not to score in the first half, where he was put through by Henderson and the ricochet of Pope, and then Salah, the ball somehow ends up wide of the target and not in the back of the net. I honestly thought that was going in. And also, Liverpool's goalkeeper Adrian was very impressive. He kept his first clean sheet of his Liverpool career. He made a crucial save at the beginning of the match and at the end of the match, and also his distribution, even though he's not as good as Alisson, it was still decent. But I think the main reason why Salah was a little bit greedy is he really wanted to score in this game, and luck just deserted him. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, what a lucky fluke goal. It was, a really strange goal, not a goal that you see many times in the Premier League. Trent Alexander-Arnold wanted to float in a cross towards the far post, and it hits Chris Wood, the Burnley striker's back, and loops over the goalkeeper Nick Pope and into the top corner. And of course everybody was saying that he meant that, but the Premier League goal committee didn't give Trent Alexander-Arnold the goal, and I loved how Jurgen Klopp reacted to that in the post-match interview. If you haven't watched it, make sure to watch the post-match interview of Jurgen Klopp, because he was absolutely baffled. He looked at the camera like really? Are you telling me that's not a Trent Alexander-Arnold goal? Because I think the main reason why is the rules dictate that if the shot is not on target, and I think it wasn't a shot, it was a cross, then you can't really credit Trent Alexander-Arnold with the goal. But it's very harsh on Chris Wood to give him an own goal, because he knew nothing about it. He was just standing there and the ball hit his back. And Burnley got ruthlessly punished by almost every mistake that they made. Ben Mee, the Burnley captain, gives the ball straight to Firmino when they were just passing at the back, and it's just a lapse of concentration. And it shows that Liverpool have become this ruthless machine of a team, that we punish every single big mistake that the opposition makes. Because Ben Mee, it was just a stray pass, and Firmino runs at the defense. Mane is wide open at the far post, and Firmino very unselfishly passes it. And Mane very cleverly, first time, shoots towards the far corner, perfectly into the back of the net. Nick Pope didn't have a chance. If Mane takes a touch, the angle gets tighter, and the goalkeeper could have saved it. And yes, Burnley had some chances. Barnes wasn't really as impressive as he was in previous games. His shooting was a little bit off. He had quite a lot of shots, Ashley Barnes, but all of them were off target. So we got lucky that Barnes had an off day, but also Liverpool defended pretty well. I was very impressed with Matip and Van Dijk. And I think Robertson so far had a pretty quiet season. Trent Alexander-Arnold is racking up the assists. He got like 3 assists already, or 4, but Robertson none so far. But I think those assists will come. Robertson is still a very big part of Liverpool's attack and Liverpool's defense as well. I was also impressed by Henderson's performance. I think he was again outstanding. His stamina, the way that he runs the whole game, and also his new role where he's a little bit more attacking. He's not like a proper defensive midfielder this time. Fabinho is. And the way Henderson joins the attack sometimes is very exciting. He couldn't really contribute with a goal or an assist, but I was still impressed by Henderson. I just wanted to mention that. And yes, Salah couldn't score, but as I said, Salah had 2 opportunities to get even more assists, because Salah got an assist for the Firmino goal, but that was a little bit accidental. Salah is slipped in towards the channel, and I think he tries to, wriggle his way past all the defenders, but the ball falls to Firmino on the edge of the box, and he just unleashes an absolute rocket into the bottom corner. A brilliant finish by Roberto Firmino. Really impressive stuff. And also the way that Salah has been, playing, I think that he really should have had like 3 assists and possibly a goal. And Mane, on the other hand, was a lot more unselfish in this game. There was a couple of instances where Mane, instead of shooting like on the edge of the box, he passes it to his teammates. And I think that's why Mane was super annoyed, because Mane is a proper team player, and in this game he was a lot more unselfish than Salah. And Mane just feels that Liverpool could have won 4-0, 5-0 if Salah passes the ball a couple of times, and that's why he was absolutely fuming on the bench. But Jurgen Klopp, of course, came out in his post-match press conference and said that it's not a big issue. They discussed it in the dressing room, and the players have no issue after the match. But there was a hilarious video posted by Liverpool on their Instagram story where Firmino is walking off the pitch in the tunnel between Salah and Mane, and he's doing like this awkward face, which was hilarious. Looking at the camera, Firmino is like tiptoeing his way between Salah and Mane, suggesting that they are not on the best terms, and I just found hilarious. Even Salah reposted that with a laughing, crying laughing emojis as well. So it's clear that there is no like huge issue between the players. Even Jurgen Klopp said that Mane is emotional, he's a human being, and of course he was emotional and upset when he got substituted. It wasn't because of the substitution. Some people thought he was really angry at Jurgen Klopp because of getting substituted, but that's nonsense. He was clearly visibly upset that there were so many times where Salah should have passed it to either Mane or Firmino, but he didn't. And even Jurgen Klopp, when he was looking at Mane on the bench, furious, then even Jurgen Klopp cracked a smile and laughed a little bit. So overall, a very impressive Liverpool performance. And also, I forgot to mention, but Liverpool broke their all-time record of winning 13 consecutive games, which was very impressive. And that is 4 wins in a row this season and 9 wins in a row last season. And that is the best ever winning run in the league in Liverpool's history, not just in the Premier League, but all time. And it shows what an incredible Manchester City team we are up against, because Man City won the Premier League title last season with winning 14 games in a row. And Liverpool have never done that in their history. So it just shows what an incredible team Manchester City has. And I think even like 2 seasons ago, where Man City got 100 points in the Premier League, I think they went on a like 17 or 18 game winning streak, something crazy like that. I think that's the Premier League record so far. So, but Liverpool have a chance to beat that. If we keep on winning and we have some very good fixtures coming up, then we have a chance of beating that record. But what Liverpool need to concentrate on is just try to win every game and try to play well and keep a clean sheet. And this 2-week international break comes at a good time, because Alisson can spend 2 weeks just recovering from his injury, and hopefully maybe 1 or 2 games after the international break Alisson will be fully fit, because Adrian is a good goalkeeper but he's not as world class as Alisson. So I think we need Alisson back. And at the moment, you know, Man City, who beat Brighton 4-0 pretty comfortably. Kevin De Bruyne scored and assisted, and Aguero got 2 goals. So a routine win for Man City. At the moment, I think it's very clear that Liverpool and Manchester City really stand out from the Premier League. I mean, Chelsea are struggling. Chelsea couldn't beat Sheffield United, which I really was shocked about, because after Chelsea were leading 2-0 at half-time against a newly promoted side, you would expect Chelsea to really ram home the victory and score even more goals, but they couldn't. Sheffield United equalized through a Zuma own goal in the 89th minute, and that is a real kicker for Chelsea, because after beating Norwich, they couldn't really build momentum. And Chelsea are now on 5 points, already 5 points behind Liverpool. And Man United are also on 5 points because they couldn't beat Southampton. So after Man United smashed Chelsea 4-0, they can't win a game in the Premier League. So Man United have a lot of issues. Chelsea have a lot of issues. Tottenham also have a lot of issues. And Tottenham go to Arsenal. So I expect maybe a draw or an Arsenal win there. I would be amazed if Tottenham went to Arsenal and beat them at their home stadium. Because of Tottenham's lack of form, they have collected 15 points from 15 games in the Premier League between the end of last season and this season. And Arsenal look like stronger than last season. Tottenham maybe a little bit weaker with the unrest around Christian Eriksen. So it's going to be a very interesting, fascinating Premier League. Title race will be between Liverpool and Man City. I think they are already well clear of the chasing pack. I mean, yes, if Arsenal beat Tottenham, they will be on 9 points. But the other top 6 sides, Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham, they are already a few points behind Man City and Liverpool. And these teams are relentless. I expect Man City to beat Norwich in the next round. I expect Liverpool to beat Newcastle, and they will just go further and further. I think Liverpool have to aim for perfection. We have to aim to try and win every single game in the Premier League and get to at least 100 points, because that's what will be required for Liverpool to win the Premier League. But this Liverpool team looks really hungry, really sharp, and even more motivated after winning the Champions League and after getting to 97 points last season and not winning the title. But it's going to be brutally difficult against a relentless Manchester City side. And I'm really happy for this Liverpool side. We are a proper awesome team. And also we have a lot of players who could come in the next few weeks when the Champions League starts. And I think Liverpool will have a lot harder fixtures because of the Champions League run. So after the 2-week international break is over, and I hope that Liverpool won't get any injured players, we play Newcastle at home and then Napoli away and Chelsea away. So 2 brutal away fixtures. But the good news is there is a lot of time between them, because we play on Tuesday Napoli and we play on Sunday against Chelsea. Then the League Cup starts, and then Sheffield, Salzburg, Leicester, Man United, Genk and Tottenham. So a very interesting September and October awaits. But so far Liverpool have pretty much won all their games apart from the Community Shield final in the season proper, because I count the UEFA Super Cup final victory as a win, because even though we drew, we won on penalties. So far Liverpool are unbeaten this season, and let's keep this run going. Let's keep this run going as much as possible. I think the Chelsea game away and the Man United game away, that will be the real tests. Last season we got draws in those fixtures, and I think what really decided the Premier League title race is the mini league between the top 6 sides. Man City got, I think, 24 points out of the possible 30 against the top 6 sides, and Liverpool got only 19. I say 19 from 10 games against a top 6 opposition is really good return. But we are up against an almost perfect Man City team, so we will try to be almost perfect. And if Liverpool could win at least one of those Chelsea or Man United games away from home, I think that will be significant in the title race. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.